Welcome to section 6, Working with Android. In this video, we're going to start setting up our environment to work with Android using Qt Creator. So the first thing that we need to do is to open a terminal, and in here we're going to install and Ninja. These are two build tools for Java that we're going to use. Remember and check in your system if you have Java installed. If not, use your operating system guide to install Java. And you can see I already installed those packages. This process may take a while, not too much, but be patient. Wait until these two packages are installed. So once we finish the installation, now we can go to Qt Creator. And in here, we're going to search for the tools in the menu bar. We're going to click in here and select options. And in here, we're going to search for devices and open the Android tab. And you can see I already installed Java in my system. And now I need to install the SDK and the NDK for Android development. So if you see these two green buttons in here, will take you to the download page for these two kits for Android. So let's start with the Android SDK, and it will open the developer.android.com site. Here is the Android Studio. This is the easier way to install the Android SDK in our system, so we can go and click in here and download the Android Studio. I already did that, so I will not download this package. So I will go back to Qt Creator, and in here I will click on the other button so I can go to the Android Native Development Kit. And in here we're going to choose this one. I have a previous version already downloaded, but you can use this. So once you download these two packages, you can uncompress them in your download directory like this. You can see I already uncompressed these two files. And also I still have my OpenCV repository clones in here. So perfect. Now that we have our Android Studio download, let's go to a terminal. And in here we're going to go to our Android SDK folder. I have it in my download folder. You can put it wherever you want. Android Studio. And in here, we're going to search for the bin folder. We'll go there. Let me clear. And we're going to launch this sh file. For that, we're going to say point/studio.sh. We're going to start. Okay, now they're telling me to import some settings. I will not import anything. I will click in OK. Let's wait a little, be patient. This really may take a while. Now we're presented with the installation Android Studio, so I will go quickly to here. Go next. I will go with the standard installation. Perfect. I will use whatever theme you want. I will use the IntelliJ. This is what it is going to download: the Android emulator, the Android SDK build tools, the Android SDK platform 28, the platform tools, some Android SDK tools, and so on. So we're going to click on next. This is really important if you want to deploy for Android the kernel mode virtual machine permissions. You can check that out for your distribution on Google. So I will go and click on finish and it will start downloading. So I will leave this process to end and then I will continue with the installation process for the SDK. So perfect, we already download the components and we can finish the installation like that. And now we are presented with the welcome screen for Android Studio. And in here, we're going to click on configure and SDK manager like that. And we're going to search for the Android SDK. And we want to install some tools. In fact, the CMake and the NDK. Perfect. And we're going to apply. Okay. We're going to wait until the download is finished. So let's accept the license and click on next and wait until the download is completed. Android Studio, we have to download the CMake version for Android and we're going to do it in here. Let's click on this checkbox and we're not going to download the NDK because we download it manually. So let's apply. Okay. So let's wait until the download process finish so we can continue. So perfect, the process has finished. So let's click on the finish button. And we're going to set SDK and our NDK folder. Remember where we installed the Android Studio? We're going to browse and you will see the Android folder in your home directory and the SDK folder inside of the Android one. So we click on open. Perfect, we have our Android SDK folder already. And now let's go with the NDK. Well, let's wait until we finish loading and now we can click on here. And let's go to download. I have my Android NDK in here. You can see it is in here. So I will open this and then we can go and hit apply down there. Perfect. And with this, we already have our kit creator ready to deploy Android applications. Let's go to the build and run menu in here. And you will see the kits. I haven't applied the changes that we make in device, but when you go to build and run, you will see your kits in here and you will see some Android kits in the auto detected section. Now that we finish with the Android configuration for our kit creator environment, we can go to a terminal. So we open a new terminal. Now we can go to the OpenCV folder. Haven't changed anything since section 1. The OpenCV folder, and you will see the build directory that we make in the first section. We're going to create 2 more folders in here. We're going to make dir build Android. And we're going to do another one. Make dir build Android underscore x86. Why we are going to create 2 directories? Because I want to build Android version of the OpenCV library that runs with the ARM version 7 platform. That will be 32-bit platform for the Android phones. And also I want to build Android x86 version so we can support our virtual device that we're going to set in this section. First, let's go with the first one. So let's cd to build underscore Android. And here we're going to configure our library. First, let me copy this command. In this command, we're going to call the CMake version that we have in our Android SDK that we installed through Android Studio. And we're going to set the prefix for the installation in the opt OpenCV_Android folder. And we also are going to compile our country library that we download, exactly the same as we did in the section 1 video. We're going to set the platform for the ARM version 7 that will be 32 bits platform for Android for ARM processors. We're going to use Neon to improve the performance of the library, that platform. We're going to set the Android native API to level 23. That will be the version. Also, we're going to use Clam as our compiler. We're not going to use GCC or G++ because it was deprecated in the NDK. Also, we're going to set the toolchain file, and we're going to set it for our Android NDK folder is in build cmake android.toolchain.cmake. Also, we're going to set our NDK folder, our SDK folder. We're going to compile as a shared library. We're not going to build the Android project, and this is important. If you want to build this library, compile it really quick. If you don't, you will have to wait longer for the compilation to finish. And also, we're going to set some of these properties. We're going to use OpenCL, TBV. We're going to enable Neon because we're going to use it. The platform here. We're going to enable Android Neon also. We're going to turn off the building of the test. That's because we want to build this library a little quicker. And also, we're going to build the upper folder. So we're not going to build Android, we're going to build the OpenCV folder. Perfect. And now we're going to click enter. And let's wait for a moment. And perfect. The library finished the configuration step. Now we're going to use make to compile our library, and I will pass the J4 option. You can pass J4, J2, depending on the number of CPUs that you have in your computer. So I will use this to speed up the process a little. So I will hit enter, wait until the compilation finish. So perfect, we finished the compilation of OpenCV for the ARM platform. Let me clear the screen so we can see better. We can make sudo make install, and it will install the library. So I already installed my library. I will not do that right now, but you have to if you want to install the library. So once you finish the installation, you can go and check it out in OPT. And you can see I have the OpenCV Android in here. Also, I already installed the x86 version. We're going to build that in this moment. We're going to navigate to that directory. So let's go to build Android x86. Perfect. And now we are going to make the same process, just cmake the library so we can configure the library and then make install. So let me show you the command for this library before. So let me copy this like this. Perfect. And you can see I am calling again the cmake the same way. I will use this prefix OpenCV Android x86 in my opt directory. I'm going to include the OpenCV country modules. And in here, here's the first difference. We're going to use the platform x86. Again, the same API level. We're going to use the same toolchain and the same toolchain file, same NDK directory, the same SDK folder. We're going to build it shared library. And we're going to turn off the Android project compilation. And again, we're going to use OpenCL, TVV, and we're going to turn off the test. The other difference that we have in this command is that we're not using Neon, and Neon is for the ARM platform, so we don't have to use it because we are going to use x86 processor for this library. So now let's hit enter and start the configuration process. Just wait until the process is finished. All right, the configuration has been done. Now we are ready to make this. With make, this will start the compilation process. I will use again J4 to speed up the things a little. You see, it will take a while. So perfect, we finished compilation for the OpenCV x86 version. And now again, if we want to install this, we just go with sudo make install, and this is the last step for installing OpenCV for Android. So we already configured Qt Creator and OpenCV to work with Android.